this your toy? Go get it. It's over there. Go get it, Poe. Go get it. Yeah, that's not what I meant. No. Didn't put my mic on. Damn it. Am I out of focus? Hi guys, and welcome back for part 2 of the pie dough series. Today we will be using the pie dough that we made in our last episode, and we will be making some blackberry almond galettes. I had the opportunity to pick some fresh blackberries a couple days ago. There is nothing like picking blackberries in the rain. Just makes you feel like a hobbit, I guess. And for those of you that don't know, a galette is basically a little pie. You'll see what I'm talking about. And if you know how to make homemade pie dough, and now you do, you can make these whenever. Take it away, voiceover Jade. So first we're gonna start out by making some almond paste. You're gonna add some almond flour, some powdered sugar, 1 egg, and then you're gonna go wash your hands and forget that you're recording. Some butter and some almond extract, and you're not gonna measure because you're a dumbass. It's okay though, they'll still turn out good. And last but not least, some cornstarch. I will put all of the ingredient amounts in the description below. And then you're gonna take a whisk, and you're gonna realize very quickly that a whisk was the worst possible choice for this. So eventually you'll give up, but not before making it worse. This is so hard to watch. Okay, and then you're gonna banish that whisk to the pits of Tartarus, and you're going to soldier on with a spoon. And this is the consistency that we're looking for here. We don't want it to be too wet. And then you're gonna take your almond paste and set it aside. So I just took the pie dough out of the fridge. If you can't see these lighter specks, that means you probably overworked your pie dough and it won't be as flaky as you want. And we're going to roll it out, and you can use anything to cut like a 6-inch circle. I end up reusing all kinds of things for this, or if you just have a giant cookie cutter lying around, you can use that too. And you're gonna wanna make sure that you let the pie dough sit out for 15 minutes at room temp before you try rolling it out. Trust me, it'll be a lot easier if you wait. And you're gonna set that plastic wrap aside because you will use it again. So flour your work surface. And we're only gonna work with half of the pie dough at a time, so the other half can rest in the fridge. So now you're just gonna lightly flatten the dough and roll for initiative, nerds. And then you're gonna take your guide and cut out some circles. And if it does stick, you can use a bench scraper and use this motion here, and then it won't tear. And there you have it. Just do that with the rest of them. So I'm gonna have to ask you guys to not pay attention to the mess in the background. So like I said, these do not have to be perfect. In fact, you want them to be a little imperfect. And I do like to go around the outside edges and just kind of flatten them a little tiny bit to give them a more rustic look. I will show you how I fold them to the best of my ability. I don't know how I'm gonna do this and hold the camera, so we'll see what happens. And now what we're gonna do is take an egg wash, which is 1 egg mixed with 2 teaspoons of water, and we're gonna brush around the edges before we crimp them. And then we're gonna start crimping. And I did try to show you how I do this. And I know that it's hard to see what I'm doing here, and I am so sorry. So there you have it. And you're just gonna do that with the rest of them. Yeah, and here is where I tried and failed miserably to show you how I crimp the dough. Nope. 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 I tried, okay? So here is where you try to zoom in to see some of the details, and you realize, wait a minute, there's something on the lens. So you try to blow it off, and it doesn't come off. So then you try to scrape it off, and it doesn't come off. Nope, it's still there. So then you think that you've turned the camera off, and you didn't. And you continue to try to scrape it off. You resort to using your apron, because I'm sure that that's the proper way to treat camera lenses. I didn't mean to record that. So now you're gonna fill each one with about 2 tablespoons of the almond filling. You're just gonna press down the filling with your fingers. And now it's time to grab your blackberries and spill them all over the place. Good job. And then you're gonna try to pose awkwardly with them and realize that they're too dark and they don't show up well on camera. So you're just gonna take a handful and put them into each galette. Egg wash around the outside of each one. And you're gonna top with some turbinado sugar. All right, and we've got little delicious babies ready to go in the oven. You're gonna do great. Let's go pick on the cat. Oh, look at this mess you made. You got toys everywhere. What's that? What about these two? Yeah. Go get it. What is it? What's the matter? Okay, don't be looking at my mismatched socks and my pajama pants. Little foxes on them. Because I'm an adult. Right, Poe? I think it's time to eat one, so I'm gonna do that with some tea. This is my grandma cup. Okay. That is just amazing. The crust is nice and flaky. If you look on the bottom of these, you can see that they're fully browned all the way through. It's just flaky and delicious. And it's buttery. It falls apart in your mouth in the most beautiful way. You can do these with any berries that you have on hand, which is nice because sometimes you end up with leftover strawberries or blueberries and you don't know what to do with them, and a lot of times I end up using them for things like this, which to me is just a really naughty way to eat healthy things. Well, this was fun, and I will see you guys in my next video. Okay, bye! I'm basically a hobbit. It's fine. Why are you doing this? Is my mic on? For part 2 of the pie dough. Welcome back for part 2. Why? What? You got this. Just do it! I mean, let's be honest. You guys are probably only watching for Poe anyways, right?